I am making it my mission to show you cozy games you have never heard about. Now, I know lots of you like to peruse the internet and you think you may know every cozy game that's coming out. And I'm sure a lot of you do, but I bet you $1 million that there is at least one game on today's list you haven't heard about yet. And if I'm wrong, for legal reasons, this has all been a joke. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Payton. It is nice to meet you, it is nice to see you, and welcome to the corner. Now, it's no secret that a lot of cozy games are indie games, though of course we love the big cozy games here on the corner. I, though, just feel like I have an increasing passion to highlight indie, small, beautiful little cozy games on my channel. So today I compiled a list of 10 cozy games I don't think you've heard about yet. And I think that because I hadn't really heard of them yet. And I'm sure you know more than me, but hey, I thought this would be a fun challenge to try to showcase some more games that I think may be cozy hidden gems. These are all upcoming games in development, so we don't have release dates for them. These are all games to wishlist on Steam. Before we get into it, please be sure to click the lovely little like button, as well as subscribe for more cozy gaming content. And if you want to see me play cozy games live, I just doubled the amount of live streams I'm doing right here on YouTube and over on Twitch. We would love to see you at a stream. I test new cozy games. I play lots of farming sim games, all that good stuff. We'd love to see you. Okay, I'll shut up and let's get into the games. This first game is honestly why I love to make videos like this, because I had not heard of this one until I was purposely looking for games to put in this video, and I just kind of wish I knew about it a little bit sooner. It's called Wonder Library, and wow. I mean, just look at it. It looks absolutely stunning, I think. It's giving kind of like oddly satisfying, very aesthetic to me. Wonder Library is a storytelling adventure game that blends picture books with interactive gameplay, set, of course, in a magical library on a peaceful island. Players will embark on a journey of self-discovery and healing as they explore the enchanting world and uncover the stories that come to life. So yeah, it's this beautiful library that's set on an island, and there are massive picture books all around you because you're in, of course, a giant library. The game features the opportunity to borrow hundreds of picture books from the picture book library. It features an animation theater, a virtual exhibition space for picture books and illustrations, hidden missions and special events. You'll also get to discover different characters and hidden secrets around the island. This game, it looks so interesting. I'm hesitant to call it a game. It kind of feels like a meditative, cozy experience. It almost kind of gives me vibes similar to Sky, Children of the Light, which I do really like that game, but it's not like the craziest, most intense gameplay in that one. It really just feels like a pretty relaxing experience that's very sensational and different, and this one feels like it's gonna kind of be that, but in a different style. I like how all the characters look so much, and I like this whole idea of reading these picture books, and it looks like we're kind of like stepping into the world of it. I had not heard of this game, but I'm glad I know about it now because it really does feel unique and different and beautiful, and like maybe it'll fix my life in some kind of way. This next game is perfect if you've ever played a farming and gardening centric game and thought, you know what this needs? It needs dragons, because this game is called Dragon Sprouts. In Dragon Sprouts, you'll get to create and customize your very own dragon sanctuary. You'll get to shape the world to your liking by building, decorating, and upgrading your sanctuary. You'll grow crops to feed your dragons, keep their habitat clean, and design the perfect environment to unlock all of the dragons and complete your collection. This is one that's upcoming for early access. I don't have a date for it just yet, but I do think we could expect to see this one maybe somewhat soon in early access. And overall, it looks like a kind of chill farming and creature collection game. Some of the other features include you can actually settle in and make some tea, you can feed the crops to your dragons like I said, and there's also these adorable little gremlins that will help clear weeds, remove debris, and gather resources for you. I think this game looks so cute. I really like the decoration style of it. I love a dragon, okay? Dragons are adorable. I'm here for this. They're cute dragons too, which is all that I ask. I love creature collection games, I love farming games, I like decorating games. This one seems like it's going to have a chill kind of pace, just what we're seeing from the footage that I'm showing you here and the description. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a high stakes kind of game. It really seems like it's going to be more of an idle sandbox building kind of thing, and I'm really interested to see how far we could take the decoration in this game, how many different kinds of dragons there are. Overall, I think this one looks really interesting, and I have not really heard anybody mention it yet. This next game hits a nostalgic sweet spot for me because it is all about claw machines, and as someone who grew up going to the boardwalks on the Jersey Shore, I like a claw machine game, okay? This one's called Prize Denied. Prize Denied is a management game where you get to manage a claw machine arcade. You get to build challenging claw machines and play surprising cards to stop players from getting a prize. You know, back when you were a kid and you used to try to win those stuffed animals and used to spend all of your tokens trying to get an adorable little sloth plushie, and you thought to yourself, you know what, maybe this is rigged where I'll never win the claw. This game seems to be telling us that's the case because you can prevent people from getting prizes, you can earn money to unlock new arcades, collect even more cards, more upgrades, and pretty much just create the best arcade in the universe. You were once a generous claw machine arcade owner, famous for your player-friendly machines, but now you've become bankrupt due to your kindness. Left with only one single claw machine in your uncle's garage, you choose to transform into a cunning entrepreneur. This game seems like it has so much humor to it. I love the art style, I love the color palette. It looks very, very silly. It seems like it has a bit of a collecting kind of theme to it. You can collect over 100 plus unique cards that will help you build the arcade of your dreams, and also learn some different lessons by customizing the machines and the difficulty level. I think this game just looks so fun. I've not seen one like this before, and I do like claw machines and arcades in my real life, so I'm excited to see it transformed into this video game format. And yeah, I just can't stop looking at the trailer and the silly little character faces and all of the items in the claw machines. I think this one looks like a really fun time and definitely one to keep on your radar. You know, I don't know that I've ever thought, you know what we need in the farming sim genre? To do it on a boat. And to do it on a boat that is... I don't know if this dinosaur is a part of the boat. I don't know if the dinosaur is just like... has the boat on its back. I don't really... You know what? I don't know what's going on in Collector's Cove, but I'm excited to find out. I first saw this game trailer a couple months ago, and it is something that's been in like the back of my brain ever since because... like, what is this? What is this game? It looks so interesting. You get to set sail on a cozy farming adventure aboard your boat in, of course, Collector's Cove, where you'll explore diverse climate zones with your animal companion and discover a multitude of rare crops and fish. You'll enjoy cozy solitude while completing your collector's compendium and rise to the rank of a named collector. So yes, you can see we're doing farming, we're getting some rare resources, we can fish, we can explore, but mainly it is a game that is it a dinosaur? There's a dinosaur emoji on the Steam page, but it's also giving like, I don't know, like Loch Ness Monster, some kind of sea monster. You can tell, I don't know that I fully know what's going on in Collector's Cove, but it seems like a farming sim game that is mainly about the collecting, and I just think it's nice to see the farming in a different setting. I think there's something interesting about farming on a boat, seeing how far we can take the expansion and the customization of such a quaint, adorable little space. This is definitely one I'm looking forward to because I just can't stop thinking about it. Sometimes I use the word cutesy to describe these games rather than cozy, and if there's a game that's cutesy, it is this one, which is called COTTONVILLE, which is actually a farming dress-up game. We got the best of both worlds here, where you get to create, farm, and style in COTTONVILLE, a cozy dress-up game with farming and sim-like mechanics. From planting seeds to sewing stylish outfits, every day is a mix of creativity and farming fun. You'll get to run your atelier, make unique outfits using sewing patterns, and dress up customers based on their requests. Customize your character, try out different styles, and bring your fashion dreams to life. The game features over 60 patterns with different color options to collect, so over 120 in total, 18 different hair colors to choose from, 15 different hairstyles, lots of options for eyebrows, lashes, and lots of other ways to create your character, as well as craftable crops with different colors to mix in your sewing machine. Okay, so I think in this game, you are growing crops that aid in your sewing. So you're growing things like cotton, linen, and bamboo, and you're getting flowers to help you produce dyes and fabrics. I think it's really interesting that this game is going to combine two different things that I really like. In case you're new to the corner, I feel like I talk about this all the time, but one of my favorite childhood games was Style Savvy, which is a game where you are, of course, a fashion stylist. And since then, we haven't seen that many fashion-related cozy games pop up. We do have Fashion Dreamer, which admittedly was not my favorite, and Infinity Nikki, which is a really big one. However, it's too big for my computer to run successfully many of the time. But this one seems like it's going to be a smaller scale, maybe simpler version. I like that the farming is aiding in the fashion element of it. I like the art style. Again, it's giving cutesy, it's giving pastel, stunning, bubblegum happiness, and I am really interested in it and I'm excited to check it out. There's a couple games on this list that have free demos on Steam. This one, before I forget to mention it, it does have a free demo. We don't know when it's coming out, but hopefully we see it sometime soon. Some of the games that I find the coziest are ones that are narrative focused, that deal with real life problems, and this next game, which is called Anxiety Puppy, seems to be like it is one of those kind of experiences. Anxiety Puppy is an interactive visual novel that tells the story of a young girl in a bustling city who, while struggling with the pressures of life and work, unexpectedly embarks on a spiritual journey toward rekindling with her anxiety. Her life's trajectory seems to be no different from anyone else's. Studying, finding a job, working with days that repeat endlessly. Only she knows that beneath every seemingly calm day, anxiety grows like an uncontrollable black line, suffocating her breath and tightening her nerves. On one of her usual sleepless nights, her anxiety spirals out of control, and she's pulled into a strange world. She doesn't really know what it is, but maybe she can talk to it. And so yeah, this game kind of personifies your anxiety by letting the anxiety transform into a little puppy. The main thesis of the game seems to be anxiety is not a monster, it's just a little puppy that's easily unsettled. I really like this kind of thought and idea. This game absolutely may not be for everyone. It is an adult game. They call it a fairy tale for adults right on the Steam page. I personally like games like this that kind of confront some of the issues we go through in our life and make them presented in a more whimsical and way that seems a little easier to deal with. In this case, making the anxiety into a puppy that just needs to be, calmed down seems a lot less scary than if you think about anxiety like a big tornado and something huge and crazy. This is another game that has a demo on Steam. I'm really interested in this game. I think the art style is very beautiful, and I think that it can tell a very compelling story. Of course, I have no idea, so this is me just guessing, but I would imagine this is probably a shorter form game that has a beginning, middle, and end, so it probably can be played in maybe a short sitting. Of course, I have zero idea about that. That's just me speculating, but it seems like this one might be a beautiful healing journey to go on. In this next game, you will get to break free from the grid in Town to City, a cozy city builder that invites you to create a beautiful and bustling community, where you get to freely place houses, shops,
amenities, and natural elements, all to delight your residents and encourage new families to move in. As your population grows, so can your ambitions. You'll get to create multiple towns that can grow alone or thrive together, helping the whole region develop and prosper. In either story mode or sandbox mode, you're free to build at your own pace, placing each flower bed with pixel precision, or prioritize growing your economy and developing your town into a thriving city. Now, this game is really interesting. It features a full campaign, like I said, but also a sandbox mode, full gridless city building, lots of customization, photo mode. Of course, it has a beautiful voxel art style and a relaxing soundtrack. This game I found just through, like, honestly, how I found most of these games was either on social media or just going on Steam under, like, casual or cozy and just, like, scrolling very far for the upcoming. And when I saw this one, I was like, oh wow, this kind of looks familiar. And it's because it is actually made by the same people who created another game that I've played called Station to Station, which is a game where you are kind of like building train tracks. It's kind of cool. And I remember this art style because it was my first time ever coming in contact with voxel art style, as it's known, and I think it's really interesting. This one is kind of giving like Tiny Glade, but expanded to me. And I really enjoyed Tiny Glade, but my only complaint with it is it felt like a little limited. Like there wasn't that many customization options. This one though, it really seems like you can build a whole little city. I really like building games like this that feel very fluid and you don't have to follow so many rules. So I'm definitely excited to keep my eye on this one. This next one is another one of these games in this very popular upcoming cozy genre, which honestly I don't quite understand yet, but I'm working on another video exploring some of these games. I'm talking about the cozy idle games that sit on the bottom of your screen. This one in particular is called Not Monday Cafe, which is of course a cozy idle farm and cafe management game that runs on the bottom of your screen. You'll get to create and manage your dream cafe without interrupting your day. You'll design a charming restaurant, hire an adorable staff, grow fresh ingredients from your farm, cook and serve delicious dishes while focusing on other tasks. Okay, yeah, so I'm hinting at I'm going to kind of explore these kind of games soon on the channel because I have included them in upcoming list videos because I think that a lot of people enjoy them. They are quite popular, they are popping up, and I don't know. I have this thought of when I first saw this game, I saw the trailer, I didn't realize it was a bottom of the screen game. And at first I was so excited because I was like, yeah, oh my god, this looks adorable with the cozy characters. And I love a restaurant game. I love a farming game. And then I was like, oh no, it's just at the bottom of the screen. And I have to admit, I was a little bummed, but I know that people really like these. There's a Twitch and streaming integration for this, which I think is pretty cool, actually, as someone who does a lot of live streaming. So you can have your Twitch chat kind of like be the people in the restaurant and maybe even order food. I don't really even know what you can do. But I thought this game looked interesting. I want to know your thoughts on these idle games because I do continue to put them in videos because they look cute. They look cute. I just haven't been the girl to install them yet. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'm about to be in my idle game era. This one just looks so stunning. I love the art style so much. The food, I want to eat it. The farm, I want to do it. The people, I want to be them. And overall, I think this is one of those idle games that is definitely standing out to me as one that I would definitely be willing to try. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The cozy shop games are in, and you better be ready because it's time to open up shop in Piece by Piece, where you'll inherit your family's repair shop and roll up your foxy sleeves. Okay, wait, I don't know if I meant foxy as an adjective. You are a fox, and you need to roll up your sleeves to fix prized possessions of all the forest folk in town, while also getting to paint yourself a masterpiece to sell and make your family shop all your own with decorations, furniture, and even cookies. After taking over your grandpa's old repair shop, you are now repairing everybody's treasured items in town, whether it be binoculars, toys, teapots, or more. You'll piece together antiques, heirlooms, favorite mugs, all for your customers, each with its own unique puzzle. You can even grow berries in your backyard to mix up colorful paints and paint up a storm. Customize your creations with a splash of color and then sell them for a profit. All while keeping your store in check by cleaning the floor and keeping the fire lit and the cookie jar full. This game is more of a repair shop game, I think, than just a traditional shop game, though it seems like you do get to make your own creations with the painting mechanic. I think the art style of this one looks really adorable. I love little animal games. I know not everyone does, but I happen to be a lover of the little cute baby animal games. And I just think the whole idea of the painting is what's really sticking out to me in this one, and the getting to make your own dyes with the farming, I just think is something that's really different and cool. We're starting to see more shop games, like I said, but I really like the ones where you're repairing because it feels kind of like oddly satisfying to take something that's dirty and broken and make it new again, and also all of the little characters in town look adorable, and overall I just think this one looks like a cute, fun time. And the last game we do not even have a trailer for, but it was too special to not put in this video. It actually kind of inspired the whole video. It's called WANDERWOOD, and I found out about this game because, okay, I'm giving you my secret, okay? One of my favorite ways to find out about upcoming indie games is I look at the indie game developers' Twitters and I look at who they're following, and I just keep looking at who they're following until I find out about these games I'd never heard of, and WANDERWOOD happens to be one of them. This game does not even have a Steam page yet, but it is worth talking about because just look at it, okay? So this game has been in development for a few years now, but I have checked and it seems like the game is still very much being worked on. It looks like it is an adorable little life farming sim with a witchy kind of influence with baking. All the details, I'm not really sure, but I do know that the game used to have a pixel art style and it was recently changed, so that could be one of the reasons it's been in development for so long, but it seems to kind of be like a foresty exploration life sim where you can fix up your store, you can farm, you have adorable little animal NPCs. Like I said, there's a bakery, we have a handyman that we know exists, a small business owner, a merchant. Really, I don't know exactly what this game is going to be. They describe it as a slice of life game about farming, potion making, and building a small village in a magical world. Obviously, that's kind of vague, but I think you can just kind of get a lot of the charm and the vibe from looking at these pictures. There's more on the game's Reddit page, so if you want to take a look, definitely be sure to do so. Yeah, not quite sure when we can expect this one, but I do know it is still in development, and when I think about cozy games, I do tend to think about, I guess this is kind of like a cottagecore, forestcore style. I'm getting all of these terms from Animal Crossing back in the day. And I feel like that's something that resonates with a lot of cozy gamers. Obviously not everybody, but I do tend to like these kind of cottagey, foresty games, and I think that the art style of this one really makes it stand out, and I'm excited to follow along and see when we can expect to play this one.
How did I do? Did I do okay? Did I find at least one cozy game you haven't heard about yet? And what did you think about these? I tried to showcase a kind of wide variety of games here, so I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are on these. As always, let me know down below. And before you go, in case you didn't know, oh my god, I am the rhyming pro. I co-host a cozy gaming podcast called the Slow Burn Podcast. New episodes come out weekly where I talk even more about cozy games. And so if you want to hear me blab on about even more things, be sure to take a listen. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can consider becoming a YouTube member or a subscriber on Twitch for even more bonus content like live streams, my members only podcast, merch discounts, and more. Thank you for your support. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!